Right.
You gotta come home to love, bro.
Right.
If you don't come home to love, like I say, man, we deal with so much. We deal with people killing us. We deal with with racism, hate
Mhm.
every day. You know what I'm saying? Somebody trying to take what you got that they
Right.
ain't work hard for, but I work hard for. You want to take it? You got so much you dealing with, man.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Yo,
So I have to adjust my joint a little bit. You good?
yeah, I'm good. What's good?
Hey, Nat, can you move your camera down a little bit? There you go. Cause so for YouTube, I'm gonna crop it. That way we'll be equal heads or whatever.
You
What up,
good?
bro? What's good?
What up? What up, man?
What's good? What's up with you?
Ain't nothing, man. You know what's up, man. You know, feeling good, man. Appreciate you
Yeah,
having me on here,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, 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 yeah. No doubt. Hold on 1 second. Why this joint look like? Oh, okay. I'm looking real bright. I'm like, man, my vanity that my wife got, that joint born and popping.
Hey, man, I got one too. My wife got one too. Hey,
Yeah, yeah,
poppin'.
yeah.
I got two of them on.
I'm like, I don't think my teeth this white in real life. I'm like, hold on, these
Hey, no, I just said that. I just said that earlier. I just said that. I thought, you know what? My pearly white's popping, shorty. Yeah.
That's crazy. So, welcome back to What's Up With You, everybody. This is my man Black of CustomEverythingFam.com, artist extraordinaire, something like a husband, definitely a father, a very, very good, loyal friend. Welcome to the show. And I always started off with a very basic question. What's up with you?
Everything, man. Everything. That's what's up with me. Everything. Any and
Everything.
everything.
Right. So I always have pre-show interviews or conversations to figure out what people like to talk about. And I know the one thing that I want to know about you as far as, what we discussed, and I think other people would like to know too. What is life's exaggerated dream? You got to explain that for us.
Okay. All right. So it's a couple entendres. Got like two or three of them mixed in one.
Okay.
So, but it'll still all lead to one big picture, which is
Mm-hmm.
the light, and you shedding the light on your vision, your dreams. People, you ever been in that situation? People be like, "Oh yeah," you be like, "Yeah, I got dreams. I want to do this. I want to do that," and then you be like, people be like, "Oh man, you ain't gonna be able to do that." That's what this is for. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
Right.
LED, Life's Exaggerated Dreamer. I'm Life's Exaggerated Dreamer. You're Life's Exaggerated Dreamer. We all Life's Exaggerated Dreamers out here that have a vision.
Right.
And in order to see that vision, you got to shed light on it. You got to put that light on it.
Right.
LED, which is the brightest light there is.
Mm.
The light I mean, when it comes to that type of light, we ain't talking about, we got the sun out here though. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, shade that sun out here and shade it on you.
Right. Right. That joint, it to me, that's very similar to my ideology when I made Parallel Universe. For y'all, those of y'all who don't know, that's my first record. And it was like I had went through this process. It's funny I'm talking about this with you on here because I had that conversation with you about being a cop and rapping, right?
Yeah, we gotta do it. We gotta do it.
And it's like that was a life's exaggerated dream. Like, yo, I'm gonna do this. And that's how that also helped me come up with the name of the album, like Parallel Universe. Like only in a parallel universe could something like this
Could people
exist.
really see this happening? You
Right,
know what I mean? You like, yo,
right,
like, but the biggest thing is just that you shed that light on it and you did
right,
it.
right.
You did
Yeah.
it.
I pulled it
And where
off.
you go? And where you go? It took you beyond the stratosphere and up, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's the biggest thing. That's why I feel like, for me, LED became a way of life. I think this way. It's to put the things that's important, more
Mm,
important, and the stuff that's in the front that everyone thinks is more important is the stuff that need to be pushed in the back. You need to spread the light on the stuff that's more important.
right,
God, family, love, you know what I mean? And your vision and your dream.
right. I mean, I think we all are little G's. So the big G created the platform for us, and we get the little G's and we go out and we make our lives. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what we gotta do.
Right. So let me ask you this, because I know you got your clothing line. I got 2 shirts from you. The first joint that I got was the top from Asi, That Art Thou. I got this joint. That's the logo. Shout out to Black for the logo. You know what I'm saying? How does LED, Life's Exaggerated Dream, how do you incorporate that into the designs on your, because the clothing you make is very abstract, but it's dope. How does that play into you putting that into your clothing?
I try to make everything, if you can imagine it, basically, if you can see it, believe it, you can achieve it.
Mm-hmm.
That's another little line that I have that I use, you know what I'm saying, for one of my clothing zones. You know what I'm saying? See it, believe it, achieve it.
Right.
SBA. If you can see it, you can imagine it, you can put whatever.
Mm.
The dream. Yo, you ever had you had dreams? Dreams be all over the place, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you mess around and be like, man, I was outside and I was eating some toothpaste, and the barber came out the back with the shovel on his head, and I was like, hey, what you doing with that shovel? And I'm like, well, I'm going out here to dig my life. What?
Right.
You going to dig your life? Hey, man. And then we try to interpret those dreams.
Right. Right.
We
Right.
try to interpret it because everything has a meaning. Everything has a
Right.
meaning. That's how I incorporate in my shirts. That's how I incorporate my visions. It's the
Okay.
dream, like everything that I can think of, that I can dream of, and I can put it in there. Like I
You
got
put
this
it in.
shirt on right here. I got like 4 or 5 different people. They from whole different zones,
Right.
but it don't really matter.
You pull them all. They all exist. That's kind of tight because they may exist in different places throughout existence, right? But
The
they all
parallel
definitely
universe.
exist in here.
The parallel
The
universe.
parallel universes. It all interconnects. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you this: what? And maybe you might have already answered this, but what inspires your art? Because I know you make music. We've made music together, and your music and your clothing and your drawings and your shoes and everything that you do is like nothing I've ever seen. So what is it? Even like your rhyme patterns, I'll be like if I hear you rap right without the beat, I'll be like, yo, that don't rhyme. Like, what is he doing?
How you
And
put
then
that together? But then with the beat though,
you be like, yo, this is crazy. So, what inspires that? You know what I'm saying? Where does that inspiration come from?
it's in me, man. It's the fire that burned in me, man. I was born with it.
Mm,
My father was an artist himself.
really? I didn't know that.
Didn't know. I didn't know.
How could
Man,
I know?
I was like 16, and I'm sitting there drawing something. He's like, well, I used to draw.
Right,
You can't draw. Get out of here.
right,
Draw this Batman picture right here. Draw it right now.
right.
He ain't drew in, let's say, 30 some odd years at the time. Sat down and drew that jump perfect. I said, yo, now I never realized where I got it from. I know where I get it from.
That joint is in your DNA though.
It's in my
It's
DNA.
in your code. That's
It's in my
crazy.
code. My mother, she was a barber. So,
Oh, I didn't know that.
you know what I mean? Like my mother was a barber. So my creative zones go deep. It's
Mm,
I got some real deep seeds planted with that. You know what I mean? So
right.
it don't stop. I can't. It ain't me. For me not to be creative, it doesn't. I don't feel right.
Okay, cool.
I
So
don't feel like me.
what's outside of your daughter, right? What is your most treasured piece of art that you've ever created, whether that's music or clothing or a drawing? What's your most treasured?
That's a deep question.
It is a deep question. That's why I asked it.
I mean, because I did so much, man.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I can go get it, and I say I have it right now because the reason why, because it meant a lot to me because of where we were and at the time and where we still are.
Yeah.
But I go get it.
All right, go get it.
All right, give me a second.
All right. So good.
Play
So
some
he's
music.
going say what?
Play some music.
I ain't gonna play no music. I'm gonna talk to him. So he's going to get his most treasured piece of art that he's ever created. And like I said, Black is somebody who's he's abstract in thought, he's abstract in emotions, he's abstract in spirit. And all of that is brought forth into the physical realm, whether that's through his music, through conversations you had with him, his clothing line. Like y'all gotta check out his clothes. Oh, ooh, that's dope art, bro. Yeah.
So this was something that meant a lot, you know what I mean, because of what was
Right.
going on at the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I took a lot of time to do this. And my daughter, she loved it. My daughter, she was right there with me when I was doing it. She was like, "Man, huh, nice. I
Yeah.
love it." You know what I mean? So this means a lot, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it means a
That's
lot,
dope.
and it also means a lot because that was one of my first actual paintings.
Did you have is that something you're looking to get into? Is like painting? Are you gonna do prints and
You
stuff like that?
I'm starting. I'm working on it. Definitely. You know what I mean? Definitely working on it. My next picture is gonna be I'm gonna paint Giselle.
Oh, okay. That's dope.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I'm
yeah.
gonna do that. Probably do the whole family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Try to do a self portrait. Those are things
Mhm.
that mean a lot to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you okay if
I can't hear you.
tell Libby to call my father. So we back. I don't know if you heard the phone ringing or not, but my dad was calling on the joint.
Oh, that John was
It
that
buffering.
John went out.
Okay, yeah. So my father was calling. He was FaceTime. He probably trying to talk to Libby. He be calling Libby on FaceTime.
Hey,
But what else? It was something else I wanted to ask you about your art. Oh, so this is what I was gonna say. Are you okay if anybody else wants to join in on the conversation? All right, cool. So
everybody, come on in.
yeah, so to anybody who's watching, if y'all want to jump in, y'all got something to say to Black, y'all got something to say to me. Um, just hit the request button. We'll get you in here, and it could be like a three-way conversation. Um,
Facts.
and if you want to just chop it up with me on, at a later date, send me a DM, get in the joint, and we be all good. Um, let's transition, right? Because I know you, so let's talk about fatherhood, huh?
Okay.
Right? And I don't really have a specific question. I do have one that I want to know, but I just want to hear you talk about your experience being a father, because I know you from when we was kids. We was younger. What has fatherhood done to you? What has it done to
Made me patient.
you?
It softened me.
Mm.
You know me. I was, you know what I mean? I was quick to snap back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You
Hot
know what I
headed.
mean? I was always on 100. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm still calming down. You know what I mean? But she helped me with that. Like it helped me. I mean, one of the most scariest moments was for me was when she was being born.
Mm-hmm.
I never really been in that situation before, so it was a lot,
Yeah.
mentally. And for my whole family, I didn't want, I didn't like Jazzy being under like that. None of that. None of this stuff was going on. It was all new to me. I'm just like, just praying that everything goes according to plan and how we wanted to go. And it did. And I can honestly say for that, I'm more thankful,
Mm-hmm.
more appreciative of life.
Right.
Those things, you can't get that back, man. Once they gone, you can't get it back, yo.
Yeah.
Those things that you gotta cherish, your family, God, love, those things that you love, you can't. Once they go,
They just memories.
they just memories that
Yeah.
that you gotta keep alive, yo.
Right.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man, I just keep those like that's it. Blew my heart up, bro.
Right.
My heart is something different now.
Yeah, it definitely does. It definitely changes you. What would you say is the most difficult aspect of parenting? You know what I'm saying? Like on a day-to-day basis, where you just be like, yo, this part right here is kind of hard.
Managing just regular life with parenting. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And everything else and all the things that you really want to do.
Right.
Managing.
The
That's
time management
the
aspect of
time management. Time management.
it.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like sometimes you feel like it's not enough time in the day to do everything you want to do. But
Yeah.
it's either you're gonna sacrifice certain times, certain things at certain times. You're gonna sacrifice some sleep at the time so you can
Yeah.
make somebody else happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got this saying. I always say the pie is always 100%. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is you can slice the pie many different ways, but whatever slice you're taking from or you're paying attention to, the rest of the pie, something else has to get smaller. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah, yeah.
saying? So if you
Right.
focused on one thing, then your attention span to the other thing is smaller. And so that makes the time management aspect of just life in general, especially now you get a little bit older. It's like, wow, like you really got to be able to manage your time.
Okay. Balance, young. That's why balance for me is literally the key. It's just trying to balance. Like I can't get too much time to this
Right.
because like you said, you take away from the things that really matter if you give too much time to this one thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's the managing, it's the balance of it. And I just feel like life, that's what it's all about, for real, for real. If you can balance it and mentally balance,
Mm-hmm.
if you're mentally adjusted for the balance,
Mm-hmm.
it will fall into place
Right.
like a puzzle. I can't say nothing was really too hard in
Mm-hmm.
terms of, where I'm at, because, it's not hard sometimes when you really want to do it
Right.
and you love what you're doing.
Right. Right.
So it's the biggest thing was I looked at it as a problem, but once I realized, like, it is what it is.
And that's the thing, yo. That's the thing. I had two thoughts running through my mind at the same time. The pie is always 100%. I can only choose one, right? um, One is that to me, time doesn't exist, right?
Exactly. I know
We
that.
we grow big, we grow older. Nature transforms. The moment that it exists in is the same exact moment. The space is just stagnant almost. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And we have to be able to contend with the physical transformation of different things over the course of what we call time.
Change.
Change, right? The only
Change. You
constant,
know what I
right?
mean? Hey, man, which is inevitable. You can't run away from it.
Right.
Change is something that you gotta have. You can't change. You can't grow if you don't change.
Yeah. No doubt.
So I feel like for me, that's for the last 5 years, I can honestly say my mind, my heart, my soul have went through a transformation and me get to where I'm at now. I'm not
Mm.
the same I was 5 years ago. I'm not the same that I was 2 years ago. You know
Right.
what I mean?
But you're not the same as you were before we started this call, right?
I'm
It's like
definitely not.
it's that incremental, right? And you don't notice it until it's like I saw your daughter today, right, for the first time. If I didn't see her again in 2 or 3 years, the image that I have in her in my mind is from today, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
she
yeah.
changes over time. Whether I
Right,
look
right,
at it
right.
or
She's
not,
gonna
I
be
ain't gonna
something
lie.
totally
Yeah,
different 2 years later.
right, right. I'd be like, hold up, what you talking about? Like,
Man,
she was
100%.
scared to go in the playroom, a couple of years
Well,
ago.
wait, come on, man. Why you acting like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, they like you say, but then they grow. Like, hey, man, she went to Richmond with my father, be
Mm-hmm.
with her grandfather, see family. She was gone for about 4 or 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
She came back different.
Right, right.
Came back just 4 or
5 days.
5 days.
Right,
She came back different,
right.
saying stuff, and I'm like, did I miss something?
Yeah, I
But
agree.
I missed something for 4 days.
Right.
But
Giselle
hey,
said, "Hey, can you see the comments?"
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
Hey,
just
baby girl.
in the mix. Hey
Hey.
y'all, hey baby.
For anybody that's watching, if y'all got a question for either one of us, just drop it in the comments. We all about the conversation. But yeah, fatherhood, man. Fatherhood is just it's a hell of an experience, dog. You know what I'm saying?
For
I've
sure.
been a dad for a long time, and it's just like it's just an experience, man. It do so much to
Hey,
you.
you're a true girl dad too, so
Okay.
you know
I
what I
told
mean?
you that's what I was saying yesterday because I interviewed Michelle yesterday, and I was like, you know how like men are the ones who carry the X's and the Y's. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have any Y's. I got one Y that was for me. All the rest of my chromosomes that I give out, they just all they just
They
X's.
gotta be. They
They
gotta
all
be.
X's, dog.
They gotta be. It gotta be.
I love women. What can I say? You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
hey man, you might as well get the Drake tat. I mean, get the Drake cut. Put
Oh
the
no,
heart right
no,
there.
no, no. See, my joint ain't really ready. My joint ain't ready for that. You know what I'm
Go
saying?
ahead,
I got
lover boy, lover boy.
to. Hey, what's Okay, DJ Shane 202. How is parenting your bad habits? How is it parenting your bad habits out of your daughter?
My bad habits.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a deep one.
It's rough. It's rough because
Yeah.
that makes you look at yourself in the mirror.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? But if you know me, I have no problem with that.
Right.
I have no problem with looking at myself in the mirror. So again, it's just about watching it.
Right.
When you start to be yourself, when you start to feel it, you start to feel that.
That pull,
And
that
so some people say the horns growing.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Push it back in. You know what I mean? Hey man, watch yourself. And you heard me, dog. You know I'm a cursor, bro. I curse all the time.
Oh, I do too.
You know, I know you do. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But you know me, you know what I mean? We curse, we
That's
curses.
what we do.
That's what we do. Man, one of the hardest things is I try not to curse around.
Right.
I feel like I'm pretty good.
Right.
I feel like I'm pretty good. Somebody else might beg to, like, they might not agree, but
Right.
I feel like I'm pretty good at it.
Oh yeah, cool, cool. Lucky Joe Young, what up, bro? How you been, man? Shout out. Good to see you. Appreciate you stopping in for us. What's up with your pops, man? How your pops, man? Yo, matter of fact, before we go into your pops, this is about your pops. But I think Sam had told me that your pops look like Ghostface or something, right? And I was like, his pop, and I don't think I had ever seen your pops,
No.
right? Then I think you showed me a picture of him, and in my mind, I don't even think I said it to you. My mom was like, yeah, you do look like Ghostface.
Hey, nah. Why my girl just say that shit. She say, you look like Ghostface. I got this big old black robe right with the hood on edge on
Yeah,
plush, bro. She's like, you look like Ghostface.
yeah,
I say, nah, man. My father looked like Ghostface.
right,
I got resemblance, and she's like, well, you resemble your father. I'm like, yeah, but he looked like Ghostface. You look at him. I wish I ain't got no pictures around, but I would show it, man. Hey, everybody that know him, everybody that know my father know he look like Ghostface now, like
right,
real talk.
right, right,
But he's
right.
straight, man. He good, man. You know, he just moved to Richmond.
Okay,
You know, so they was just, you know, they was a strong part, and they still are. You know what I mean? But they were a strong part of our support system.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They're heavily missed,
Right,
but you know what I mean. But you know what I mean. I still, like I say, they still try to be there. You know what I mean. So it's not a problem.
right. Shane
I
wants
miss
to
them.
have you watch the Wu-Tang series.
No, I haven't. I
Me
should.
neither. Me
I
too.
have. I should. But you know what? You know what my issue is once series get too far along, it's hard for me to sit back and binge it. You know what
Right.
I mean? Because there's so much to watch, and
Yeah.
it'll take me a minute. So I like watching stuff when don't nobody even worry about it no more.
Mm.
So I'll watch that later.
Be 2 years from now, then you be coming
Yeah,
home.
yeah,
You
yeah.
be
When
finna get
everybody
the
be like, I'm
Wu-Tang
like,
joint. Like, yeah, I'm watching that joint now.
right. I'm late.
Right. So this next question, we can go as deep as you want to go into it. It's something that I've always um thought that was very not so much intriguing, but one of the things I admire about you is your loyalty and your strength. You know what I'm saying? And I know you lost your moms at a young age, tragically, and it's always made me think like that's probably why Black is so uh, loyal and attached to the people that he's attached to. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted you to talk about what your mom's meant to you, you know, when she was alive and what she means to you now and how her, you know, that whole thing just has affected you.
Now it's deep, but my mother passed away when I was 8.
Mm,
So the time that I got to spend with her was short.
mm-hmm.
Compared to somebody that that's been around for 40 years. You know what I mean? And then they lose their mom. You know what I mean? But regardless of that, my mom was still. I remember so much about my mom in that short time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like she's. I'm her, yo. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Mm-hmm.
literally. I'm I never forget her. I just talk. You know what I mean? I can't even express the words of that and what she means to me.
Right.
And that's something crazy because I could, I had no problem with talking.
Yeah, you talk a lot.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but for me, man, she just my heart, yo. She's everything. You know what I mean? She's everything. I never forget her, bro. You know what I mean? I can't forget her. She's the reason I'm here. She's the reason why I'm like I am. She's the reason why my name is my name. She's the reason why my heart is so big.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you say, you just touched on something that's just deep with me. And that is like literally that is the reason why. Yeah, I fear losing everybody.
Mm.
Like this real, this deep right here. I fear if I care about you and I put you in this space close to my heart, I don't never want to lose you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm always gonna do those things that I feel like that's gonna keep me close to you.
Right.
Because that's where I want to be.
Right.
So, and then on top of that, that's for again my memories, man. You know what I mean? Because we all know people can become just a memory, yo. So you gotta let them memories, you gotta make those memories live on. And
Right.
if you don't, it's they just become pictures.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's I never. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't even know how to. I can't move like that.
Yeah, that's one of the things. I don't know if I've ever, because we done talked so many times or whatever. But that's why I was like, yo, dude, that dude's strong. You know, you don't always tell people the thoughts that you have about him and stuff like that. Like, yo, Black is strong dude, you know, because like a lot of people, they wouldn't be able to fight through it and maintain their level of sanity, um, poise and all of that good stuff.
Hey, I mean, be honest with you. You saying this to me.
Mm-hmm.
It took me till I was 28, 30 to really pinpoint and understand that I had a lot of heart and to really let go of, thank you, to let go of to let go of that pain to someone else. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because that pain, like my pain, the reason why I was so angry or so strong seemed like on the outside looking in, that shit was just anger, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was just anger
Right.
that I had built in because I couldn't unleash it on the people or the person that I wanted to unleash it on. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? It took me, I was 28 and we had a conversation and that was the time when I felt like God came into my life and was like, yo, you gotta let go of this pain. You gotta let go of this hurt.
Yeah.
If you don't, you're not gonna grow.
Right.
And for some reason, at that point, I was stuck in one spot, bro. Mentally, physically, emotionally. You know what I mean? So once, and that spot was the strong spot,
Mm-hmm.
which was a mask. For real, bro. I was weak shit, bro. My heart hurt all the time, bro.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying? My heart was hurting, bro. I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? But that day was me being strong.
Mm.
That day, 30 years, what, 10, 15 years later,
Mm-hmm.
that was me being strong. You know what I'm saying? Me facing that demon and putting it to rest for
Mm.
myself. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
this, I still got so much work to do, bro. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you recognizing that and people recognizing that. You know what I mean? It's a lot.
Yeah, that's major. A lot of times I always talk about facing your shadow, in the psychological realm. Carl Jung and them dudes, they talk about the shadow, and it's really the suppressed aspect of you. You know what I'm saying? And being able to contend with that, and that, like you said, that's really where the strength comes from. The strength, it really comes from being able to confront your own demons. And I
That's
mean,
what it is.
that's all it is being
You
strong
gotta
enough to
look
be
in the
like,
mirror, bro. You gotta look
right,
in the mirror, bro.
right,
People, I this the reason why I push that shit so much, man. Look in the mirror, bro. You can't look in the mirror, you can't be real with yourself. So how you gonna be real with somebody else?
yeah, that's 100. I mean, I think like, especially in society today, we have a lot of extreme going on, right? It's a lot of extreme in every aspect of life. And because I'm someone who's always seeking the middle, even if I have to have one extreme view and then try and understand the other extent, the other contending extreme view, it leaves me somewhere in the middle. And I just think what it does is it helps me to see other people's weaknesses and strengths that they don't even be that they can't even see, right?
That they won't see.
It's crazy. And I'll be like, yo, you think you're strong? I won't tell them, but in my mind, like, you think you're strong, but you're really weak. What will make you strong is dealing with that. It's coping with that.
Yeah,
Battling with that demon that's
fighting
in
it,
here
dog.
in your heart. You know?
Fighting that, bro.
Right. That's the
That's
real
key.
demon.
Yeah,
The real devil ain't is he not there's no boogeyman out there. The boogeyman is either in
it's
here
you.
or
It's
in
you,
your heart.
or it's you.
Right.
You could be
Once you
your,
find that out,
you
it's
could
like
be your
nah.
own boogeyman and get in your own way half the time.
It's like that. Did you see that movie? Oh, what was the movie with Nicole Kidman? The Others. Did you see
The
The Others?
others.
It's
That's
a
when they was
story.
under the stairs.
Nah, so it's this movie called, and I'm gonna be quick because this ain't about The Others, but it's about Nicole Kidman and her two kids, and her two kids have like they got like a skin disease where they can't be in the sunlight or whatever. So their house is all dark and they live in the house, but then they find out it's ghosts in their house. You know what I'm saying? So the
So they
whole
gotta
movie,
go out.
nah, they don't have to go out, but the ghosts do be opening the blinds and stuff, and they trying to contend with it or whatever. But come to find out, they were the ghosts, and the other family was in the current time. They were like from like the 1800s. So the whole time you watching the movie, it's set in the 1800s, but then at the end, it shows you that it's really 1990 something or 2000, and they were the ghost. That's
Wow.
why they were afraid of the light. And I was like, bro, that's crazy. And
Wow.
it made me think, like, us talking about this, it made me think, like, that's how it is. You think the demons are out there. Like, no, it's
Yeah,
you,
yeah, yeah.
dog. Like, you got
You in there. You in there with them. You in there with them.
you in
It's
there
right
with them.
in the back.
Right.
It's that
Right.
shit you push in the back of your mind, bro.
Right. Right.
That's
Right.
crazy, man. I
So
might need to check that out myself.
yeah, check that joint out. I think you'll like it because this is a very I mean, I know I just told you the movie, but it's old, so that's my fault.
I don't care about that, bro.
But
You know, people say stuff like that. I don't care. You can tell me the movie. I still want to watch it.
yeah, especially if it's dope, if
Cause,
they did it
cause,
right.
especially because people don't always explain it the way. It's not like seeing it.
Yeah, yeah, it's just a
You
story.
can tell me
I
all
just
day.
told you a
Tell me.
2 hour movie in like 30 seconds.
Right, right, right. Let me see the 2 hour work.
Right, 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 right. Let me ask you this. So um a lot of times with our close friends, we confide in our close friends about our significant others. Some stuff good, some stuff bad, or we looking for advice or whatever. But I can honestly say I've never heard you say anything bad about your lady. You know what I'm saying?
I have nothing bad to say. I have
Either that or
nothing.
you're just good at not saying it.
Hey, nah,
So
hey, man, she a beautiful person, man. She a superstar, bro. Simple.
what is
Simple as
it?
that.
So what is it about her that makes her so special to you?
She's all the things that I think I am, and then some.
Hey,
There it is. Simple.
she's everything that I think I am and then some. So if you're nice, she's nice squared.
A million.
Mm, that's dope.
She have her moments, just like everybody. We all have our moments, but she's a beautiful person, though, man. Like I say, she inspired me. She helped me grow. Helped me
Yeah,
see me. Helped me see more of me. You know what
right.
I mean? You can't do nothing better than that, man.
Yeah, one of the things that I think is beautiful, because I've been married for 6 years.
It's
Me
been
and
six
Lil,
years already.
it's been 6 years. We got married in 2015, but we got married on our 10-year anniversary. So we've been together for more than 16 years. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
We've
right,
ups
right.
and downs. And when someone is really good for you, they become a mirror. You know what I'm saying? Um, they help you see your positive qualities. They help you see your negative qualities. And if you're really good at communicating and understanding the nature of life, you can use that person to improve yourself, improve them, improve the lives of your children, and improve the lives of society at large. That's why I think it's so, oh, she said black love. That's why I think it's so important for people to be able to have really good relationships with their
Yeah,
significant others. You know
you
what I'm
got to.
saying? Because
You got to.
the world that hates you, you know what I'm saying? But if you could come home to love, you be like,
You
man,
gotta
the
come
world
home
ain't
to
good.
love, bro. Like
Right,
you gotta come home to love, bro.
right,
If you don't come home to love, like I say, man, we deal with so much. We deal with people killing us. We deal with with racism, hate
mm-hmm.
every day. You know what I'm saying? Somebody trying to take what you got that they
Right,
ain't work hard for. but I work hard for it, you want to take it. You got so much you dealing with, man, outside of
Right.
home. Your home's supposed to be your peace. It's
Right.
supposed to be your place of refuge. It's supposed to be that place where you can let all of that drama out and
Right.
air it out. And if you don't have, I mean, it's again, this is go back. If you're not happy with yourself, you can't do this by yourself.
Right.
If you love yourself and you actually got somebody that you can lean on and talk to, that don't do nothing but help. That
Right.
don't do nothing but help you get to a space. But you gotta understand that. You know what I mean? You have to understand that it takes both of us to do it.
Right. Right. It's a
It ain't
team.
going. It's a team. It's a team effort. You know what I mean? Hey, Chicago, when they got their rings, you know what I mean? It took Jordan. Jordan put him on their back, but Jordan couldn't do it. Jordan couldn't be out there on the court by himself
Right.
and win these games.
Right.
Jordan needed Pippen.
Right.
He needed Pippen to give me a little bit, just a little bit of a buzz and a little bit of push. Then I
Mm-hmm.
need I need I need Robin to get some rebounds and play some defense.
Right. I need Steve
I need
Kerr.
Paxson. I need Paxson to shoot threes.
Right.
I need Kukoc to do this. But we all still gotta play deep.
Right.
We all still gotta do those things to win.
Right.
And some third people, I might have something better than the other person. I'm better. We all can't be Jordan.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you gotta understand your role. And
Mm.
that's the beauty of a team. The team understands if you're part of a team, you understand your role into getting to the championship, to getting
Right.
that ring. And if you don't, your team won't make it.
Right.
You got one person on your team, Malice in the Palace. That year, no bull. Hey, that's a check. You see that?
Yeah.
The Netflix special though?
Yeah.
Yeah, that junk dope, man. Hey, that right there just proves my point though.
Right.
Took one person. That team, they was destined for greatness, bruh.
Right.
It took one person that was off his rocker a little bit to throw everything off
Mm.
and mess the whole beautiful thing of a championship and get that ring up.
Right.
And they never bounced back from that.
Right. They
He
never.
did. He
Right.
did,
Right.
but everybody else didn't. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. So I always ask this question of my guests with about 10 to 15 minutes left because it always takes a while. For most people, it takes a while. I want you to give me the top 5 people that you would like to sit down and have a conversation with. They can be dead or alive. They could be real or fictional. And you don't have to. They don't have to be ranked, but just give me your 5.
First one, my mom. Just because.
Mm-hmm.
Nipsey.
Mm. Nobody has said that before, but okay. I like
Nobody
that.
said Nipsey?
And nobody
Wow.
has said Nipsey yet.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Nipsey? That's 2 right there.
That's 2.
Nipsey. I got my mom, Nipsey.
Mm-hmm.
That's a deep question, yo.
Yeah, it is.
Just because. Just because. Jay-Z.
Okay. You sound like you're conflicted about that. Like it's okay.
Nah. Because I feel like everybody's gonna say Jay-Z. A lot of
No,
people
I
probably would
think
say
I
Jay-Z.
think I think I've only had. I know Michelle said Jay-Z yesterday, and maybe one other person, but he's not a.
Oh,
He's
okay.
not always in there.
Okay. All right. So Nipsey. It's a deep one. Michelle Obama.
Why?
Just because it's Michelle, bro.
What you ask? So she's sitting here. So I'm her, right? Hey, Rashad. What you gotta ask me?
What was it like going through what you went through and also being the wife of the president, the first
Mm-hmm.
lady? And how did you stay so gracious? How did you stay so humble? How did you stay like man, she a beautiful person, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Just in general, man, I sense a lot of I I want to inspire Giselle to be like Michelle Obama. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like that's somebody I want her to look up to. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Besides her mom, look up to Michelle Obama. Look up
Right.
these people that move with integrity, that move with the purpose.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's about. Purpose. Purpose over preference. I want to talk to people like that. I want to
Right.
talk to people who understand purpose over preference.
Right.
I want to talk to people that that can show me things that I don't know.
Right.
So for me, it was like I say, that's Michelle, of course, Michelle Obama, yo. That's for a woman wise. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a lot of women out here probably that I would like to talk to, but that's probably the first one. You know what I mean? Just to see where she at with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Uh, how many is that? Four.
That's four. So we recap.
I got one more.
You got moms. You got Nipsey. You got Hove. You got Michelle Obama. You got one more. This the hard one. Dun dun dun.
Dick Gregory.
Ooh, you the first person to say him too.
Dick Gregory, bro.
What you want to talk to Dick Gregory about?
Everything about
Everything.
where we at right now, bro. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Everything under the
Right.
sun. I
Mm-hmm.
can't. I can't even. I would literally have to sit down and write some questions out for that man. You know what I mean?
Well. Mm-hmm.
Just because of the extensive knowledge that I know he has
Right.
or
Do you
he
have
had.
any? Do you have any questions for me?
Do I have any questions for you?
Yeah. Don't
Let's
ask
see.
it. I just need to know. You know, yes or no. Do you have any questions for
Not now. No, I'll probably have some later.
me? What good is that gonna do?
I don't know. You know me. You got me thinking on the spot too much.
Well, that's what this is about. That's the beauty.
That's what I'm
That's
saying. So sometimes,
the
like
beauty
I
of this
probably
thing.
got some questions, but I got a lot of stuff going on in my head right now, man. You can ask me some deep stuff. You know what I mean?
All right. So this is what we'll do. Do you want it? Do you want to continue going on, or you good?
I mean, but you good? But you want to go on? Come
Now,
on.
oh, so okay. So this is what we're gonna do because once we get pretty close to an hour, I always like to shut down the first part of the interview because I don't want Instagram to cut me off. Now they let me go pretty long before. They let me go over an hour before, but I just kind of like skeptical of them cutting me off after an hour. So
Yeah, I feel you.
What Black and I are gonna do is I'm gonna shut down this live, and then there will be for my YouTube people. There will be a part two to this. So for now, I'm gonna sign off the way I always do. Black, you my man. I love you to death. You're one of the most loyal people I've ever known. I appreciate everything you've ever done for me, all the advice we've ever, the arguments, the debates that we have, what we agree on, what we disagree on. It's all love. It's all good. I appreciate you coming on the show with me. I appreciate the merch.
Word.
You know
I
what I'm saying?
appreciate, bro. I appreciate everything too, man. I appreciate you doing this. You know what I mean? This it's a good look for you, man. This what you just do it.
I appreciate it. Peace.